If you own a property and have a second mortgage on it, and if you want to keep this property and get rid of the second loan, attorney Shah Peerally can help. Call 510-742-5887. Due to the uncertain economy, many people have settled their debts for a fraction of its value. It's recommended to use an experienced lawyer to deal with it. Shah Peerally is an experienced debt settlement attorney and has handled hundreds of such cases successfully. There are no upfront fees for debt settlement. Only when you win, you pay. Call Shah Peerally, attorney at law, at 510-742-5887 or visit yourdebtsettlementattorney.com for a free assessment. This is just an advertisement. No attorney-client relationship is established by this ad. The law does not guarantee success. Call 510-742-5887.
And now, from the San Francisco Bay Area studios, KLOK proudly presents to you the prominent attorney Shah Peerally for the Shah Peerally Law Show, coming at you with over 50,000 watts of power. The Shah Peerally Law Show, where all your views matter.
Hello everybody. Assalamu alaikum, Sastikar, namaskar to all the listeners. Today is the first show in August, and we are August 3rd, 2017, and if you're hearing this show another day, that means a recorded show, but today we are live on August 3rd, 2017, and I have Franco on the board with me. Thank you so much, Franco, for being here. And today, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to discuss about many things in immigration. But before I start, just like every time else, everything I'm going to tell you today is for educational purposes only. You should not act or refrain to act solely on the information provided. You should contact an attorney if you have any questions. First, to start, we have some news. Well, the big news that everybody is talking about, of course, is that Senator Cotton and Perdue Frank and President Trump are introducing a merit-based immigration bill. Well, that will sound great if only when you read the bill, there are many things in there that are going to be a little bit scary. Some might be good because we might have a system a bit like Canada where there's a point system coming up. But if you read the bill, but at the same time, it's going to cut off a lot of other immigration benefits like family-based, probably parents, siblings, everything will be gone. And also the 50,000 lottery that they issue every year will be gone. Number of refugees will be gone. Asylum will be limited. So you name it, there will be big changes coming up. And at the same time, many experts are saying this bill is not going to go through because it's an overhaul. The idea is to cut off immigration from 1 million a year on green card to become only 500,000. So that's a big thing because this is a big change since the 1960s. I think it has not changed that much. But now we are looking at a total overhaul. It might be for the better, but probably many people will think it's for the worse because the system is not going to work that effectively as we can see. Because many people coming here, they expect to be able to bring their family, etc. And if they don't get that chance, it won't be worth it to come here. So that's another thing that we are worried about. So having said that, we will still be taking calls, of course, today on different immigration issues, including family-based, including employment-based, business immigration, you name it, asylum, green card, adjustment of status. Please call us at the number to the studio today, 408-912-5565, 408-912-5565. And if you have you want a consultation, please feel free to call our office, 510-742-5887. The website to check is attorneyonair.com, attorneyonair.com. So, ladies and gentlemen, I was talking about, of course, this big thing that is happening, and I know a lot of people are already worried. So one of the things we will recommend if you want to file for your parents, etc., it's a good time to do it now, because if this goes through, then you're going to be You will not be able to bring your parents or your siblings, and this is called they call it the Raise Act. So if they cut it off, it's going to be really a lot of hardship on many immigrants. So I think we have one caller. Franco, let me take the caller. This is Shah Peerally. You're live in here.
Hi, Shah. I have a question regarding the immigration.
Yes, go ahead.
I applied for my H-1B extension to my employer, and it is still in process. I did not get my application receipt number as well. So now my client, he's offering me a full-time opportunity. So how should I go with it? Can I apply another H1, but I did not receive my extension yet?
Well, you're doing a transfer then. You're going to move to your employer, to the end client directly. Well, you can apply, but there will be a problem because they might ask you to do what we call counselor processing, unless your employer is able to do a transfer and use the pending extension as a bridge. That's a little bit tricky, but it is doable, but it's a little bit tricky.
Okay. So can I port my extension, which is in regular quota, to what is that? On September 1st, I understand we can do it quickly, the process, right? So can I port it to that, even though it is in regular quota?
Oh, you just filed an H-1B, right? So it's a new quota you got in, right?
No, I did not get it.
Hello? Okay, when did you file your first H-1B? You just filed it for this year, this cap?
No, it's like H-1B extension, not the H-1B.
Oh, okay. So, yeah, but then there's no quota because you're cap exempt, right? How many years you use your H-1B already?
3.
3 years, right? So what you need to do is that you cannot port the time of the extension. When you do a transfer, the extension will be included in that. The only problem is that if you already passed the date of is your H-1B already expired?
No, it will be expired on September 1st.
September, okay. So if you filed a transfer now, there's no problem. You can file it. I thought you already passed it. So you need to make sure that the new employer files the transfer before September, and when they file the transfer, a new extension will be included. So you don't have to worry about the previous extension. Okay?
So should I ask my employer to hold off to process the extension, right?
Well, they don't have to hold off because it's up to you. But if you tell them to hold off, then they might ask the question if you're moving or something. But it's up to you if you want to tell them to hold off. But when you file a transfer with the new employer, an extension will be included in that. So you don't need the other extension. But in case you're not sure that you're moving to company B, then it's good to file the extension and keep it pending because it has to be filed before September anyway.
Okay.
Are you following? Okay?
Yep.
Okay. Okay, good luck to you. If you need help, just give me a call because it is confusing if it is not done properly. 510-742-5887. I don't know if you have more caller, Franco. This is Shah Peerally, you're live on air. So, ladies and gentlemen, the number to the studio today is 408-912-5565. 408-912-5565. And if you want a private consultation, the number to our office is 510-742-5887. And we were talking about this famous new immigration bill, the RAISE Act, which is basically a bill sponsored by Senator Cotton and also backed basically now by Trump. The question that many people are asking is that how good and bad it is. Well, for people from India, the main thing that will be affected are their parents and their siblings. As for diversity lottery, etc., there's no such thing, unfortunately, for India. So now the main thing is what will happen next. While many experts are saying this is not going to go too far because it's going to require too much changes in the immigration system. But then, as you know, with Trump, everything is possible. Like we said before, when I was telling people he will be winning the elections, a lot of people weren't believing. But I think this bill might go through. Maybe there will be changes because the thing that everybody is counting on is that they don't have the majority that much in the Senate for it to go through. But having said that, there is a possibility it goes through, and if it does, we're going to see some major changes in immigration law. So be ready for that. Now, other things that we are seeing, a lot of people are kind of getting a little bit worried. Let me take one caller first, Franco, and then I'll talk about that. This is Shah Peerally, you're live in here.
Yeah, Shah, thanks for taking my call.
You're welcome, sir.
So I
Go ahead. I'm
heard
listening
about
to you.
The race act that you mentioned, and you said that it's better if we apply for our parents and sibling as soon as possible. But the thing with me is that I'll get my citizenship by end of December, and after that only I can apply for my mother and father's green card, right? So is there any way that this can be expedited, or I have to wait till December?
Well, you cannot file, unfortunately, until you become a citizen. That's for sure. But even if this bill goes through, I don't think it will be effective until probably the next fiscal year, probably, if it goes through, because there's a lot of people saying that it won't hold in the Senate. So we are looking at probably next year, October or something. So by that time, hopefully your parents will already be able to file for your parents. But having said that, there's no guarantee the citizenship will come on time. But hopefully the bill will not come up. But at the same time, if it comes up, I'm expecting it to come around next October.
Okay, thank you so much.
Okay, you're welcome. Good luck to you. Let me take another caller. This is Shah Peerally, you're live in here.
Hi, sir. Thanks for taking call. This is Pramod.
Never. Yes. How are you?
Just listening to your recent immigration changes. So, I have green card. I got it in 2013, but I don't have citizenship yet. So I'm planning to, I was planning to apply for a green card for my parents once I get citizenship. But also, I think there is a quota for green card holders to apply green card for parents. Is it like they think we should apply, or we should wait for till we get citizenship?
Yeah, who I was talking about are people who got citizenship and have been delaying in applying for the parents. But no, green card holders unfortunately cannot apply for their parents until they become citizens. So that's the unfortunate part. My hope is that this law will not go through. Let's pray it doesn't go through. But if it does, I was talking about those people who have a citizenship and are delaying in filing for their parents. So that's why we're recommending, if you want to file for your parents before things change. Okay?
Okay, thank you.
Good luck to you. Let me take another caller, Franco. This is Shah Peerally, you're live in here.
Hi, Shah. I have a question regarding B1, B2 visa. My parents are already here in US. They are on a B1, B2, and their visa has been issued for 6 months. Am I eligible to apply an extension for them? Is it allowed, or?
Okay, so you are you a US citizen or a H1B?
No. I am on L1.
Oh, you're an L1. Okay. Applying for B1, B2 extension doesn't depend on you. So if you can apply an extension for them, you need to make sure you apply it before it expires. But the risk of applying for an extension is this. Number one, if the extension goes, let's say for example the I-94 is going to expire end of August, and you file now, which is on time, then you won't get an answer up till September, probably end of September. And if end of September it gets approved, everything is perfect. But if it gets denied, two things happen. Number one, they start accruing unlawful presence as from the date when it expired. That is, for example, August 31st. And then, by operation of law, they can cancel the visa on their passport. That's the risk of filing an extension. But apart from that, yeah, they can apply if they want to. It's not you really, it's them applying for an extension. It's nothing to do really with you personally. It's only them. Okay?
Thank you.
You're welcome. So let me take another caller, Franco, if I have caller. This is Shah Peerally, you're live in here. Hello. Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, we're going to talk a little bit about something else, another kind of bad news. we are seeing a lot of RFEs coming on entry level H1B level wages, right? So for those people who have filed their cases entry level, we are seeing a lot of RFEs and notice of intent even to deny, based on the fact that the job that they are doing is not either not a real entry level, or the entry level they are considering as not a specialty occupation. For example, a business is showing an entry level, but then when you put the job description, they say this is not an entry level job description. It's someone who is more experienced. That means you should have put them on a higher level on the LCA, and then they are almost going to deny those cases. And now the other thing they are saying, for those who have put really an entry level, they are basically saying that this job is too easy, kind of, quote unquote. That means it's not a specialty occupation. So they are really kind of attacking those entry level. And this is the things with this administration, which we are seeing a lot, is the fact that we are dealing with a situation where, if they are not able to pass laws which are in their ideas and their ideology, we are seeing them that they are basically going in a different way to basically kind of promote the goals, like the salary issue, the bill that they were going to pass, they didn't pass, but now they're using other ways to really go after the H1Bs, etc. Let me take another caller. This is Shah Peerally, you're live on air.
Hi, good morning.
Hello.
So I
Good
have
morning,
a question. So I filed I work in EBC model. I filed an H1 amendment in the month of May, and I got another job in June. So I filed another amendment in June. It's again no, not the H1 transfer, just an amendment thing. So then I filed another amendment in June, and my employer suggested to withdraw the amendment in May, because I've changed my job and working at a different client location. And but in July, basically I have withdrawn the amendment of May. So I got an RFE for the H1 amendment, which was done in May, asking for more documents. And my employer is suggesting we'll respond to the RFE saying that we have withdrawn the application for the May amendment, and it should be fine. So do we need to send any other documents, or that should be sufficient?
Well, number one, what he did is wrong because you're not supposed to do that. It doesn't work this way. So the rule under Simeo case, which is the controlling rule, you're supposed to file an amendment for each movement. So now what he's basically saying is that as if there was no movement, and that's up. How would I put it? As a lawyer, I cannot tell you to do that.
I filed a new amendment in June when I switched my job.
Yeah, but what happened to the previous one? Because the whole idea is every time you shift, you have to do an amendment. So you cannot skip the amendment in between. Yeah, but you skipped one, right? You withdraw the one.
No. So when I filed in May, I filed my H1 amendment, and I worked there for 4 weeks. And in June, I got another job. So in June, I filed another amendment. And in July first week, I withdrawn the May amendment. After I filed the June amendment, after 2-3 weeks, I have withdrawn the amendment for May.
But you cannot withdraw it. Why would you do that? Because you did work for those 4 weeks on this other place, right?
Right, but my employer said since you're no longer working over there, it's not good to keep both H1 amendments open. And they asked me to withdraw the May because I'm not working over there and I'm working at a new client.
But your employer is not. Your employer is wrong, unfortunately.
So
now you have to deal with a. Of course not, because now by withdrawing it, you will have to give an explanation why you withdraw it. You withdraw it only if the amendment didn't happen. For example, let's say you were going to move to client A and you didn't move to that client, then you withdraw the amendment. But if you did move there, by law, you're supposed to inform them. So it gets a little bit complicated for your case. I would recommend not to discuss it over the air. If you can give me a call, we can do a private consultation and discuss it. 510-742-5887.
Okay.
But then we can discuss what is the next step, because right now I'm a little bit confused why they made you withdraw that. Okay? Okay.
Okay.
Give me a call and we'll talk. Okay, good luck. Let me take another caller. Franco, this is Shah Peerally. You're live on air.
Hi. Thank you for taking my call.
You're welcome.
So I have a question regarding H-1B renewal. So my current H-1B is expiring in September, and I have received the receipt notice for extension from my current employer. Now, if I want to change my employer, move to a different company, what are my options? Like, can I move before September, or shall I wait, or what shall I do?
Okay. Your H-1B expires. The H-1B you have right now expires in September, right? That's
Yes,
what you said,
yes.
right? Okay.
Yeah.
And you file an extension with Company A. Let's call it Company A, right? You file an extension with Company A. Now you want to move to B, right?
Yeah.
Right? That's what. Okay. So as long as you file the transfer to B before September, you should be fine, because you are transferring a solid status to another status. But once you pass 1st of September, you will not really be doing a transfer, because you will be in a limbo situation. It's called a period of stay. And during a period of stay, technically you cannot transfer because there's nothing to transfer. It's a limbo situation. So the best, if you want to transfer, do it now before September, or you will have to wait for the H-1B extension to be approved and transfer. Or if you do a quote-unquote transfer, it won't really be a transfer. It will be what we call a new employment, cap exempt, and you will have to wait for an approval, leave the country, and then come back for stamping. So the risk is high to do it after September 1st. If you want to transfer, make sure the transfer is filed with the USCIS before September 1st. Okay?
Okay. And before September, if I get the renewal, I'll be okay to transfer after September also, right?
Of course. As long as it is a solid status, you're fine. But but once it's fluid, once you pass September 1st and it's pending, it becomes a fluid kind of situation. You cannot transfer a fluid situation technically. There's a way to do that by calling on the bridge, etc., but it's a little bit more complicated. So the best, if you want to transfer now or when the extension is approved. Okay?
Okay. Thank you.
Good luck to you. So, ladies and gentlemen, I don't know if I have more, but I was talking about a little bit the issue that we're having, we're seeing right now. We're seeing a lot of issues. It seems now they're really kind of nitpicking on every case, even small issues. They're making it big, including amendments, transfers. So be ready to be answering RFEs, complicated RFEs actually. And they are no longer like those RFEs templated now. You're seeing a lot of different RFEs. So let me take another caller, Franco. This is Shah Peerally. You're live in here.
Hi, sir.
Hello.
Hello, sir.
Hi. Hi, how are you?
It's my petition for my brother and sister in 2007. I want to know how long it's going to take for them to come. And the kids were 16 that time, and now they are 26.
Okay. Well, it will take another 2007, so we're 2017, maybe a couple of more years. As for the kids, we have to know what did your I-130 get approved?
Yes.
Okay, how long did it take? Can you switch off the radio in the back because I'm having an echo?
Okay.
Okay. So how long did it take on the 2010? So I don't think the kids will get it, because if you take 2010, you minus 3 years, they will reach 22 years old or 23 years old. So the kids are not going to get it. Only your brothers will get it, and his wife. And the kids that are under 21 or around 24 maximum, because it took 3 years. So if you look at the Child Status Protection Act, you can only subtract the time it took for the I-130 to be approved. So there's a big chance the kids are not going to get it, unfortunately.
Okay, and then it's going to take another 2 years or 4 years?
No, it's going to take around 2 years to 4 years. 4 years, actually. I'm sorry, I said 2 years. Because 2007 with 2017, and I think they're processing 2004 right now, 2005. I have to double check, but it will take around 2 to 4 years to get in. As for the kids, unfortunately, they won't get it. Sorry. Okay.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. Hello. Okay. So let me take another caller. Franco, I don't know if I have another caller. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is Attorney Shah Peerally. We're live on air today doing the Shah Peerally Law Show, and today is August 3rd, 2017. Let me take another caller, Franco. This is Shah Peerally. You're live on air.
Hi there.
Hello.
This is Amal. I have a query on, or I have a small problem on my DMV license, basically. So I think it is also linked to my visa application, right? So I traveled to US on an L1, which is having an expiry like the end of next year. But I also had an approved H1B, which kind of expires like in another 2 months. But I have not activated it. I have not gone for stamping on that, and I had that when I was in India. So now my problem is when I went to the DMV for my license, I got my license, but it has an expiry date as same as my approved H1 and not my active L1. And like when I submitted all my, what they told is they referred me to the Homeland team, but they also didn't come back with a clear answer on why the date on my driver's license is on my approved H1 and not my active L1. I'm not very clear on how to get that sorted out as well. But my I-94 and my petition and all for my L1 is all clear. It is all for the next year.
Okay. Are you sure you did what we call a consular processing? It was not a change of status?
It was a consular. It was not a change of status, no. Because I was in India when I applied for my H1B petition. Yeah, it was not done. I was not in US, right?
But you came on an L1, right?
Yeah, I came in L1, exactly.
And they're not fixing it. Where are you, in California?
In California, exactly. San Ramon.
Okay. Well, there is a way to do that, but it's not a good way. The AB bill, where you can just get a driver's license without even a status, but it's not good. It will show them that. Well, unfortunately, this is DMV. There's no way you can fix that because there's no problem on the immigration side. It seems their system is not registering it. Did you call immigration by any chance?
No. So they referred me. They have an internal Homeland Security team, the DMV. They referred me to them. I tried contacting them, and they said that that is a date showing up in their system, and they cannot correct it. So no, I have not called up the immigration. So
what you should do, go do a schedule an appointment with the field office, show them the paperwork, and ask them exactly what is your date, because what might be the problem right now, it might be a bigger problem than just a driver's license. They might have already put you on an H1 and you don't even know. You might be working on an H1 instead of an L1. So that might be a bigger problem. So what you need to do, contact them, go there. I don't think you should talk to them on the phone because they won't really be able to dig it up. Get yourself, go on the USCIS website, schedule an appointment, show them the paper, and ask them exactly, number one, what is your status right now? Is it H1B or L1 on their system? And number two, if they say it's H1B, let them know that you never did a change of status. It's a mistake. It's L1. And number two, tell them to update your. Number three, tell them to update their record. And then also ask them if they will be willing to give you something you can present to the DMV. And at this point, that's the only thing that can be done. If that doesn't work, you might have to leave the country, come back on the L1. Do you have an L1 stamp on your passport?
Yes, I do.
Okay. You might have to leave the country, maybe even in the morning, come back, and then you will get a new I-94, and the system will register that new I-94, and you can take that to them at the DMV, and that will reset the system. But right now, you don't need to do that. You might want to check with them first, and if that doesn't work, if nothing works, just give me a call at the office, then I'll guide you step by step what you might be able to do, okay?
Okay, fine. Thank you. Thanks a lot.
Okay, good luck to you. You're welcome. The number to our office, 510-742-5887. Let me take another caller, Franco. Okay, I don't think I have another caller. So, ladies and gentlemen, we were talking about a lot of issues. Now we are seeing a lot of things that we were not seeing before. But hey, I always say that. But this time, really, kind of things we were expecting a lot worse. It's not like it's better, but we will be seeing worse stuff coming up in the next couple of years because things are not getting easier for anybody. But at the same time, I wanted to congratulate our team because we're getting a lot of approval, and I wanted to say thank you to the Shah Peerally Law Group, our team here in either in San Francisco or in Newark or even in Washington D.C. We got some very difficult cases approved, so I wanted to congratulate all of us in the team. So now we are talking about the issues we are seeing, especially now with the H-1B's entry level, where basically they are pretty much attacking the entry level from two different angles. Number one, what they're doing is number one, of course, the entry level in some jobs they're pretty much kind of automatically putting them out like those computer programmer positions. And number two, entry level it means level one. And number two, we are seeing cases where people are putting a salary of entry level, but the job description, according to them, qualify them for higher than entry level, which not always is true, but they are kind of templating that almost and sending that as RFEs or notice of intent to deny NOID. So you need to be careful and you need to be knowledgeable how to deal with those before you move forward, because if you don't have any way to tackle with those, you're going to see yourself in a situation where suddenly you will get denials without realizing it. So ladies and gentlemen, we were talking of course about that, and also the new RAISE Act, which is scaring a lot of people, especially people in our community. They're scared of the part that their parents will be kind of cut off, and also their siblings. So this is another thing that a lot of people are worried about, and they want to change kind of the immigration system to almost a point system, which is kind of good and somehow when the point system, but cutting off the parents, etc., that will be something that will take will really be a blow over many of our people in our community. Let me take another caller. This is Shah Peerally. You're live in here.
Yeah, hi, Shah.
Hello.
This is Reddy. I have a quick question regarding my 485 is current in July, but somehow I'm not getting any REF or any progress. Looks like they kept my file aside. So how can I get them notice that my file is current and they are not touching my file? How do let them know?
This is not, it's not only you. I got I think two more people, including one of my clients, same situation, July 1st, and then they are not basically clearing everybody. So one of the options, number one, is to make a call and to the 1-800 number and ask them what is happening. And number two, if nothing is happening, okay. Number two, you can contact a congressman, because what they are doing, they're going to tell you it's what we call background check, and they use that under. And I don't know if you heard about something called CARP, CAARP. What CARP does is it was kind of a secret program, quote unquote, but it was released, I think, in 2012 or something through a lawsuit. They had to disclose it. What they do is that many people from Southeast Asia, including India and Middle East, they have their case getting clogged based on what they call background check. So the best way to unclog that is to go to a congressman, or ultimately you can file a lawsuit, but that's not a good idea right now. It's too early. So I'm thinking probably they're going to start releasing cases by next month. But in the meantime, you can contact a congressman. Just go online, find my congressman, put your zip code, and go and check and let them know if they can do something for you. Okay?
Okay. Thank you, Shah. And one person told me I need to file I-485J. What is it all about? I-485J.
That's the 45J is the AC-21. Did you move your job from the original? Okay. So you never filed that?
No.
Okay. But when did you move your job?
I moved 4 years back. My attorney said it is optional, so I didn't file yet.
Okay, did they file an AC-21 letter?
No.
Okay. Yeah, technically you should have filed it because now since the new rule you have to file J. There was no I-485J before. It just started I think few months ago. And before it used to be just a letter. But many lawyers were saying it's optional to file it. But I always recommended people to at least file the letter. But I don't think it's only the letter. But ultimately, you should have filed this long time ago. But it doesn't matter the time. Did you not get any kind of request for evidence for current letter of employment or medical lately?
No, I didn't get it. I raised a service request. They said my case is pending prejudiciated and it is subject to approval of I-140 and visa numbers availability, but both are available. My I-140 approved and I filed 485 in July 2007.
So did you do an appointment with the USCIS? Did you go there personally?
Yeah, I went to InfoFast also. They also told they also don't know why they are not touching my file, and there is no comments on my file. And they said they should have been processed. My visa numbers is available.
Yeah, and how come they didn't ask you for a recent medical?
I don't know. They didn't ask for my medical. I did only one time in 2007.
Yeah. Well, technically, they should be asking for a medical. So I recommend contacting a congressman and see if they can unclog it for you. And they probably will ask you for medical. So be ready for that because medical expires within 15 months. So definitely they will ask you for medical and a current letter of employment. And this is where you have to file supplement J. Actually, now since you didn't file the AC-21 letter, you might want to file the supplement J and the medicals. But just wait go to the congressman first and let's see what happens next. And then if you need help with the supplement J, you can give us a call. We'll help you on that. Okay?
Okay. Right. Thank you, Shah.
Good luck to you. The number to our office 510-742-5887. So right now, as you can see, ladies and gentlemen, things are tough. Many people are getting their case clogged, and you have to understand the dynamic that is going on right now. And also we are really faced with some very, very difficult choices sometimes for our clients. Even sometimes we try our best, things just get clogged. So you need to know what you need to do next. So what I recommend people to do is to make sure that they have a good lawyer working on their case and making sure that they are following up, because there's only so much the lawyer can follow up for them. But luckily our community seems to be well aware of the immigration system, so they do follow up on their cases. Now, having said that, also the other thing that we do in our office to help the people is debt settlement. Debt settlement is a way to kind of work out of bankruptcy and to get rid of your credit card debts, the second mortgages, lawsuit debts, you name it. We can help you. You can give us a call at 510-742-5887. The website for that is yourdebtsettlementattorney.com. yourdebtsettlementattorney.com. We can help with a bunch of cases when it comes to negotiating your debts. This is not a debt consolidation program. It's a settlement. That means it's done. It's a one-time deal. We negotiate for you and then we move on. So if you need help on those, please give us a call. We'll be glad to help you. And just to let you know, if you're listening to your show another day than August 3rd, that means it's a recorded show. So ladies and gentlemen, bear with us. A lot of things are happening on the immigration side I didn't cover because it's happening so fast that we need to really kind of take only the one which are the most present to be able to talk about. And unfortunately, time doesn't permit us to go into details on every situation. But we are seeing a lot of things happening. For example, we are seeing a lot of issues regarding the wall, the stuff like that. And also we are seeing this famous bill, the RAISE Act, which has a chance of going through, but a very low chance, but has a chance of going through. but hopefully it won't happen. But at the same time, I wanted to let you know that if it does happen, then it's a good idea. If you're a U.S. citizen, by the way, I think people misunderstood me in the beginning. If you're a U.S. citizen and you are able to file for your mother or father or brother or sister siblings, I would recommend you file it as soon as possible, because there is a goal to reduce the number of immigrants in the United States, and I'm pretty sure one way or the other they will reach that goal. But hopefully the Senate is going to stay strong against it. But at the same time, it's not something we really want to to be stressed about right now, because there's nothing much we can do about it. And also, I was covering the issues with H-1B and the specialty occupation. This is another big problem we are seeing. They're pretty much kind of dumping things on us, saying that, oh, this is not any specialty occupation, etc. But at the end of the day, it's how you present the case and how you fight the case. And also, a lot of people always get scared because they are getting an RFE, they get stressed. But unfortunately, right now, avoiding RFE is almost impossible. You have to deal with it heads on, and you have to basically make sure that whenever you're filing the case, you're preparing it right. Luckily, we're still getting cases approved without RFEs. Actually, a bunch of our H-1Bs got approved without RFEs. But having said that, many times, especially if you're dealing with a situation where it is like they call it the EVC system, then employer, vendor, and then client, you will probably get an RFE. So I urge you, if you need help on your immigration matter, to make sure that they cover you need to be covered. You need someone who can at least look at your case and give you a second opinion, because many times people they cannot really rely on the company lawyer, because the company lawyer is looking at the company's interest. So what happens, they call us, many people will call us and want a second opinion, and we do that too, through a consultation. And the number to our office is 510-742-5887. And as much as we can, we will guide you, and if we can, then we will let you know we can't either. But at the end of the day, at least we will try to find a solution for you for the best. And just to let you know that there are many things right now happening on all the fronts, but the visas, most of the visas we have been dealing with are still available, right? Nothing has been cut off really. So we recommend that you still take advantage of those. And for those who want to still file for VAWA, Violence Against Women Act cases, U visas, family petitions, parents petition, a spouse petition, we're still available to help you. And also for citizenship, I was talking about that last week. A lot of people call me. Citizenship, we are seeing a lot of kind of run around with those cases, unfortunately. But at the end of the day, you need to stick to that and really kind of make it happen, so that you don't lose your chance of citizenship. Especially if you get a chance to file it as soon as possible. Don't delay it. And so, ladies and gentlemen, the next 2 weeks probably will be recorded shows. But if I will try my best to do live shows. I'm a little bit busy those 2 weeks, so bear with us. So if you're listening to the show another day than August 3rd, 2017, that means it's a recorded show. So we wish you all the best, and if you need any help, feel free to call us 510-742-5887. And anything we told you today is for educational purposes only. You should not act or refrain to act solely on the information provided. You should contact an attorney if you have any questions. And also our website is attorneyonair.com, attorneyonair.com. And for those who want to get help on debt settlement, yourdebtsettlementattorney.com. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. So I'll let Amit continue. Amit, you there?
Hey, Shah, yes, how are you?
I'm doing well. So Amit, you have 10 minutes and so to